Okay, all set? Chalo, let's start. Firstly, I'll give you a broad picture about this JIB. JIB, or we also call it DBF, Diploma in Banking and Finance. This Diploma in Banking and Finance is for those guys who are not in the banks, who are not in the bank. They want to join the bank. Many of the management students are doing this DBF. For us in the banks, we call it JIB. How many of you are not from the banking? How many of you are not from the banking? Type in the comment section. Those who want to join the banking. How many of you are there? Those who want to join the banking. Yeah. So you guys, Krishna, you will be giving DBF, right? Same paper, no change. Okay. JAIB and DBF, both are same only. Once you clear your DBF, acha. Once you clear your DBF, then when you join the bank, you convert this certificate. Acha, you are in the bank. Okay. So you guys, those who are not in the bank, once you clear your DBF, then you join some bank. At that time, you convert this certificate of DBF into JAIB. Okay. So those who are in the banks, you will be giving your JIB paper only. Mind it, there is no negative marking. No negative marking. I don't think so. They will be giving any negative marking now, because even for CIB they have not given any negative marking. So what are the subjects? See here, all there are 4 subjects. All of them are compulsory. All are compulsory. Okay. By the way, have you done your registration? Because it has already started. Huh? How many of you have not done your registration still? Registration for the exams. Registration has already started from 1st August to 7th August without any fine. Kindly give the registrations or do the registrations immediately. Kindly do the registrations immediately. Okay. So, as a 6th August. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So do the registrations without fail. Okay. Do the registrations without fail. And what happens is you'll get your centers which are near to you. If you if you do the registrations earlier. If you do the registrations later, then what happens? The centers which you like might be full. Also, obviously, you'll have to pay 100 rupees more after 1 week and 200 more after 2 weeks. Okay. So do the registration without fail. So there are 4 subjects: Indian economy and Indian financial system, IE IFS. PPB, Principles and Practices of Banking, PPB. Accounting and Financial Management for Bankers, AFM. Retail Banking and Wealth Management, RBWM. All the 4 subjects are equally important. There is no subject which is simpler or no subject which is tougher. Sometimes accounts is a bit, you have to study more. Why? Because you have numericals in that. Okay. So numericals, you have accounts. In RBWM also you have numericals. Retail banking also you will be having the numericals. This RBWM was earlier for CAIIB. Those who are watching on YouTube, you guys also kindly like the channel. Click on the subscribe button. Everyone who's watching on YouTube also, because today's class is live on YouTube also. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, share it with your friends. So this RBWM, Retail Banking and Wealth Management, this subject was earlier for CAIIB up to May 23. It was a retail subject, was an elective subject for CAIIB. Now it has come for JAIB, RBWM. And here you have 2 separate parts, retail banking and wealth management. Wealth management is also separate part. Okay. So RBWM is a new paper added to the JAIIB syllabus. New paper. Okay, earlier it was not there. In this paper, modules mentioned are the following. So which are the modules? Mainly look at this. Retail banking. It will be introduction. Then retail products and recovery. This will relate to your retail. Now this part will be somewhere common to your PPB. Principles and practices of banking. Okay. Support services. Marketing of support means here we will be discussing more of marketing. And last one is wealth management. Here we'll be discussing various products of wealth management. Mind it, RBWM is a scoring subject, hugely scoring, huge scoring. Suppose if you miss out on some other subject, like in accounts, if you get around 46 up to here, up to 45 if you get whenever you are in the single attempt. If you get up to 45, then also you can clear the paper. Passing marks are 50. But if you get 45, then also you can clear the paper. If you are giving it in a single attempt. You know the rule now? Those who don't know, I'll just show you the rule. See this. In the 4 papers, those who don't know, in the 4 papers, if you score around, let's say in paper 1, 55, paper 2, 47, paper 3, 46, last paper, let's say 60. If you give all the papers in a single attempt, remember single attempt, okay, and your score is like this, then also you have cleared the JAIIB. 55, 47, 46, 60. Your total should be minimum 200. Average should be 50. Total should be minimum 200. So this total becomes what? 110, 115. Then 80 over here, 80. Okay, so 195, and it is more than 200. So that's why you have cleared the papers. Kindly note it. Everyone kindly note, if you are giving it in a single attempt, then all your scores, if they are more than 200 and your minimum marks are 45, then you have cleared it. Okay. Minimum should be 45. This is a one important rule over here. If you get less than, you get 43 over here, then 46, then let's say 70 over here, and again 70 over here, then also these 2 papers you have failed. These 2 papers you have failed. So minimum is 45. Understand the rule, okay? And total should be 200. Got it? So in this paper, modules are mentioned as below: retail banking, retail products, support services, and wealth management. Okay, so 4 modules are there. Plus, in this there is a separate additional reading, okay, on housing loan. That we call it as a 5th module also, housing loan. There is a separate additional reading to this. It's as good as having a module. So you can consider there are almost 5 modules now. Okay, let's see one by one. Module A, retail banking. This is the introductory part. Introductory part means what? Here you will get the introduction about the retail banking. Here you won't get more introduction about wealth management. You will be getting more introduction about RB, not WM. Okay. So here you have introduction. Then retail banking, role within the bank operations. What is the role of retail banking in the banking operations? What do you mean by role? Here it means you will be comparing this bank. Okay. है ना प्रवेश, हिंदी बैच सेपरेट है ना आपका आरबीडब्ल्यूएम का? देखिए, दिस इज अ इंग्लिश बैच प्रवेश, दिस इज अ इंग्लिश बैच, ठीक है? हिंदी बैच अलग से है ना, प्रवीण सर लेते हैं उसको, ठीक है? तो आप हिंदी बैच में भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अगर आपको हिंदी में चाहिए तो। एक देखिए, दोज हु आर जिसको हिंदी बैच जाना है, हिंदी बैच, तो आप लोग हिंदी बैच में सेपरेट जा सकते हैं। हिंदी बैच सेपरेट है, ठीक है? जिसको हिंदी के ज़्यादा इजी है वो हिंदी में जा सकता है, ठीक है। तो आप प्रवेश काइंडली नोट एडमिन से बात कर लीजिए और उन्हें कहिए, ठीक है। सो applicability of retail banking concepts and concept. Now, role within the retail operations. What do you mean by this? Here we'll be comparing the retail banking with corporate banking. Corporate. What is the role of retail banking with respect to corporate banking? What is the income of retail banking with respect to corporate banking? What are the NPA levels of retail banking with respect to corporate banking? So here we'll be comparing everything with respect to corporate banking. Okay. Then applicability of retail banking concepts. So applicability of retail banking concepts matlab means what? All the retail banking basics will be applicable over here. And here the topic is further distinction between retail and corporate wholesale banking. So here we'll be having the distinction also, right? So here we'll be comparing the retail banking as discussed earlier, retail banking with the corporate banking. So various concepts of retail banking. Concepts means what? There are various models of retail banking. Models means there's a horizontal model, vertical model. All these models will be discussed. Then we'll be discussing branch profitability. So that is also there. How will the branch be profitable? That's what we have to study here also. Okay. So this is the branch profitability module. This is also important. Okay. So these are all the important parts. Basically, it's an introduction. And many of the rules or many of the subjects over here, many of the topics over here, you will find it easy to handle. Why? Because much of the things you are already doing in the banking. You all guys might be in retail banking only. Is there anyone who's not working in branch banking or who's working in head office? Is there anyone who's working in head office? Those who are watching on the YouTube also, you can also answer. Is there anyone who's working on the head office? Yeah. So, but you might have worked earlier also. Those who are working in head office, they might have worked in retail banking earlier, isn't it? That's why, acha, you are a part of wholesale banking. Yeah. So earlier you have worked in retail banking, na? Some days, some years, you might have worked, right? Because generally what happens when you're as here, I'll tell you about myself also, all you guys. I am Vishal Mantri. If you, those who don't know me, I am Vishal Mantri. I worked in all the departments of banking. All. I worked in all the foreign banks, including Citigroup, DBS, Development Bank of Singapore. It's a Singapore-based bank. Then Citigroup. Citigroup means that Citibank. Okay, that group. That USA's first or second bank. I worked in that bank. I worked in HDFC Bank earlier, before all these banks. HDFC Bank, and I started my career from Cooperative Bank, Cooperative, Cosmos Cooperative. So I worked in all the types of banks except nationalized banks. I worked all in private banks and this cooperative banks and foreign banks. Secondly, I worked in all the departments of banking. I worked in retail. I was a part of all this. Right now, what all you are getting now? Insurance pressure. You all guys might be getting insurance pressure. How many of you have insurance pressure now? Insurance. Daily, weekly, monthly target of insurance. You all guys are having this? I think you all guys might be selling insurance only, main, rather than doing the banking. Nowadays in banks, we hardly do banking, right? Nowadays in banks, we hardly do banking. We do only insurance. What is the score of insurance? What is the target of insurance? Everywhere insurance, insurance, insurance. Isn't it? How many of you have the targets? Type yes in the comment section. Insurance. I'll put a poll, okay? Hmm. How many have insurance targets? I'll put the poll, okay? Targets. Here I put the poll, everyone. Just check the poll link. Those who are in the paid classes, kindly check the poll link. I have put the poll. How many of you have insurance targets? So basically, I feel everyone will be there. Everyone will have these insurance targets. Okay? Because without insurance, you can't work in the banking nowadays, isn't it? So here, this in introduction part, we'll be studying about the whole basics of your retail banking. Okay, branch profitability is a tough chapter in this. Tough. Okay, I'll mark this. Which is the toughest chapter in this? The toughest chapter in this is branch profitability. Very tough. Tough. Okay, very tough. Remaining. Okay. Next, module B. Module B. See this response. 50-50. Okay, 50-50% response. So some of them are not having targets, some of them are having targets. Yeah. So you might be having some other targets, KCC, Kisan, and many other targets are there in banking. Daily, this day, that day, every day we have some day in the banking nowadays. At least in nationalized banks, I am seeing this. Every day is some day. Login day, this login day, KCC day, then what? CASA day, FD day, loan day, various days are there. So every banker has some target or the other. So coming back to this module B, module B is basically retail products and recovery. This means that this will be somewhere similar to your PPB, somewhere roughly. Okay. Customer requirements. What does the customer actually require? Product development process means how to develop a new product. New product means what? What is the product in banking? Suppose if my bank wants to bring a new, let's say, children's saving account, so that is a new product for my bank. If my bank wants to bring a new debit card, separate one, so that can be a new debit card. That can be a new product. So what are the steps to this? That we'll be studying. Credit scoring means basically it will relate to your CIBIL scores. Not only CIBIL, other companies also. Highmark or this what Dun and Bradstreet, all these. So credit scoring will be relating to your all your loans, retail loans. Mainly retail loans are concerned with credit scoring. Important retail liability products. Here you will be dealing with, as I said earlier, here you will be dealing with the this saving current FD, retail liability products. Plus, not only those, others also. Saving current FD are the core products, but other products are also there in liability. Means third party products, that also you will be studying over here. Important retail asset products. These asset products, kindly, these are basically all your consumer loans. Consumer loans, home loans, personal loans, car loans, all these. Credit and debit cards, because that is also a new growing business of the banks. How many of you sell credit cards in your bank? Means you might be having a separate person in your bank now, isn't it? We generally have a separate person who sells credit cards. So you all guys have the credit card in your bank, or some banks don't have it? I don't think so any bank is there now. All the nationalized banks after merging, all of them are having this credit card business. So credit and debit cards, remittance products. Remittance means fund transfer. Remittance, fund transfer products. Fund transfer means it will include all your NEFT, RTGS, UPI, plus other new technologies which have come in. Now here we'll be studying some part of the foreign remittance products also, foreign also. Chaps, chips, target, all these are there. Swift, that also we'll be studying. Swift is used for international trade. Digitization of retail banking means the online. Nowadays we are all digitized, right? All of us deal in the banking, means all the customers want digital banking nowadays. Products, retail banking products, role of AI, technology in the retail banking. Here we'll be studying AI and technology, means here we'll be studying the artificial intelligence plus digital banking, okay, plus the distributed networks. Now, what is distributed networks? It means we'll be studying blockchain over here, blockchain technology, because that is also an important part. So, role of AI and technology in retail banking. Here we'll be studying all the three main technologies. Not only that, there'll be various other technologies also. Bharat Pay, Bill Pay, the various this payment systems. All these will be studied. These will be studied under digitization also. Then recovery of retail loans. How to recover them? You'll be giving a you'll be given a broader view in this retail recovery. What all are the steps for recovery? What all are the RBI guidelines for recovery? So that recovery of retail loans. Then you'll be having MIS, Management Information System. This topic now I'll tell you, this MIS topic is the most important topic in your module B. Also, it's a difficult one. Of course, you don't have any numerical in module B. You don't no numerical is there in module B. Okay. Then you have securitization. Securitization is simple one. Even MIS is okay. MIS means what? Basically, Management Information System means what? It means that the customers in your bank, if anything happens in your branch to any customer or any transaction, it must be immediately informed to the head office in some way or the other. How does it get informed? It gets informed through the MIS. The management information system or the communication system should be so fast that anything happening in any branch should be should be in the knowledge of all other banks and all other branches of the bank. Okay. Securitization, that is also an important part. Securitization means what? Selling of the loans. What is securitization? It's actually selling of the standard assets to the SPV, special purpose vehicle. That is known as securitization. Selling of the loans. Okay. So that is about module B. Then module C. That is this is easy one, a bit easy. Those who have done your MBAs, they'll find it much easier. Others will also find it easier because it's okay type, not a difficult part. Support services, marketing of banking services and products. Marketing of banking services. Now, the important part which you have to note and which will be the question in the exam always is the difference between services and products. This will definitely be the question. And what are the 4 P's? What are the 7 P's of services and products? That will be asked. So you'll be having an introduction over here. Marketing and introduction means introduction to marketing. That's why those who have done your MBA, they'll find it a bit easier. Even in your graduation also, many of you are having this topic of marketing nowadays. Delivery channels in retail banking means how do we reach the customer? What is delivery? Delivery channel means how do you reach the customer? Nowadays we reach the customer through what ways? One is through branch. Second is through online banking. Okay, you answer me, everyone. What are the ways of reaching the customer nowadays? Answer me one by one in the comment section. What are the ways of reaching to the customer? First is branch. I have given you branch. Second one, you answer me, everyone. Those who are watching on YouTube, you also answer me in the comment section. Everyone kindly comment via mail. Okay. Email. Next. Email is there. Next. Next is email is there. You can communicate through email. Correct. Then through phone, mobile banking, phone banking, right? App banking, apps. Nowadays we have something more also. Mobile app, correct. Nowadays we have something more also. Other than app, we have gone ahead of apps nowadays. Nowadays we have gone to social media. Means WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook. Banks have gone to that level now. So social media banking, correct. WhatsApp, correct. YouTube. So these are all the ways of reaching to the customer. Ways of reaching means what? Ways means these are called as channels. Now I'll give you few more channels which we don't know, which we know but we don't pay attention to. Here, physical channels. One is branch, second is DSA. DSA is also one of the channel, or business correspondent in nationalized banks. That is also one of the channel. So delivery channels means any which ways you reach to the customer. Delivery models. What are the various delivery models? Delivery models means how do you reach to the customer? Again, see, these two will be related to each other, these two chapters. Okay. Then you have customer relationship management in retail banking. CRM, we call it CRM. CRM is an important chapter in retail banking nowadays. Why? Because through CRM, we target the HNI clients. Kindly remember, we target the HNI clients. Here, CRM is always for HNI clients. HNI, high net worth. What do you mean by high net worth? Kindly note, in your bank, always remember there is a 80-20 principle. What is that 80-20 principle? 80-20. It means that 80% of the business you get it from 20% of the customers. Okay, so 80% of the business comes from 20% of the customers. So these 20% are called as HNIs. You have to pay attention to these HNIs. Okay, so for them we have this and this CRM, customer relationship management. Then service standards for retail banking. Service standards. What are the various service standards? Means here you will be studying BCS BI. BCS BI. Here you will be studying this BCS BI codes. But now I'll tell you BCS BI codes. Okay, now you